Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's a Thursday morning and it's so good to have you here with us. Thank you for choosing to start the day off with us, and you'll be well pleased to know that it's time right now to get to know our guest artist. And this morning, Mzansi Africa Bora, we welcome Anna Wolf to the studio! Yes! Neighbours, she's here! It's amazing to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's always good to be here.
A lot of people might be watching right now and going, but wait. We've seen this young lady before on the screens.
Indeed.
She was Tailor.
Yeah.
She was Tailor before,
yeah.
And now she's Anna Wolf. Why are you calling her Anna Wolf? Tell us about this change and metamorphosis that's happened in your music life.
Yeah, I think, I think the best and the quickest way to just put it in context for people is why the name changes, because, first of all, I'm moving into a whole new season of life.
Yeah.
So just in terms of, like, a personal aspect, the music is also completely different. And I needed a name to really represent what I was moving into. And I think Anna Wolf was just perfect for that, yeah.
Where did you find that name, if I may? Where the context of, and the significance of the name Anna Wolf?
My great-grandmother's name was Anna, and Anna means grace. The name has always been ghosting with me throughout the years.
Wow.
I had this little miniature dog called Dinky Toy when she was still alive, and I used to jokingly call her Anna and didn't quite know why. And I just loved the sound of the name, and I've always been obsessed with wolves. And then I combined the two, and it just felt right. Beautiful. Yeah.
And so, musically speaking, how has it changed you? Or what has changed? From what perspective, perhaps, have you started producing, writing music that is different from the past?
Well, first of all, I've worked with an incredible producer, Pete Buxton-Martin. Pete's worked with the likes of Missy Elliott, James Arthur, JCJ, just to give you more context to what kind of production he follows through with. So, in terms of songwriting, there's still, my Tailor fans still come up to me and say, you know what, you have such a unique sound that, like, through that noise and through that production, we can still hear the Tailor in it. But in terms of production, it's brand new, you know? Oh, here we go.
Thank you very much, Miss Princess. Is that for me?
Yes.
Oh, Enko, this is yo. Didn't expect it. Yes. And then also, I mean, I want to touch on this because you talk about being in a new phase of life and where you are right now. You've got a new single out, Believer.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And on the back of 16 days of activism against violence against women and children, this also delves into your own personal story about breaking the silence. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah. You know, when I wrote Believer, it was like, this happens often. I write a song and I don't quite know what it's about until I step back and get perspective.
Wow.
And that really spoke to me. I think it's the first song that I've ever written that I was super vulnerable and that every lyric from start to finish was about me.
Yeah.
As a child, I grew up in a household where it wasn't the most healthiest of households, and thank God I had a mom who was very nurturing and understanding and patient, but I was witness to domestic violence almost each day of my life. And going through that and being quite scared and shy to talk about the vulnerability I felt as a child through that. As I grew older, I realized that there was so much power in that vulnerability, that I could find strength in that vulnerability. And yet, so I guess that is how Believer was born, yeah.
Wow, fantastic. Well, thank you for sharing that story with us through your music, and we are delighted to have you here and cannot wait to hear you performing.
Thank you.
Make sure that you don't miss out on that. Live music from Anna Wolf, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Neighbours, she's here! Yeah.